Well, hello, my friends, and thank you for joining me as we continue to discover more and more about the Lord and His ways together. So, we're in the middle of this, a season of crises in our nation as I record this. We've been dealing with the COVID-19 scenario, as you know, but now we have 140 cities that have experienced protests. In many places, they've turned into riots over the tragic death of George Floyd in Minnesota a few days ago. And as we're seeing a raw picture of our country in anger and erupting and out of control and the looting and all of these things and trying to deal with it as a government, as a people, as the Church of Jesus Christ. I mean, it's just like, what is going on here? Well, there's no better time than to talk about how Jesus Christ is our wonderful counselor. Oh, my friend, the reason for all of this eruption is not just because of a particular incident. It's been building for decade upon decade upon decade. Racism has been a problem for so long, and we need to stand against that. And we need to understand that people are in grief, and people are angry, and people are marginalized, and people have bitterness that has been passed on from generation to generation, not just in the Black American community, but in many ethnic groups all around the world. This has been something that has been going on for a long time. And when you stop and think about when Jesus Christ came to this earth as a baby, the Roman Empire was in power. There was rampant persecution of all kinds. And that is the context when this particular scripture was fulfilled. Over in Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. For a child will be born, a son will be given to us, and the government will rest on his shoulders, and his name will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Eternal Father, and Prince of Peace. My friends, we're not going to see any quick solutions to this in our country. It's not going to be easy to resolve all of this. We're talking about the heart condition of mankind. We're talking about something that's been happening for generation upon generation for millennia. And Jesus Christ is the only answer. This is the time more than ever for the Church of Jesus Christ and those who love the Lord to one-on-one encourage people, speak of the Lord, offer to pray. It's not a time to be silent on issues like racism and wanton violence and bitterness that's engulfing our country as we're going through grief at all its stages. This is a time to point people up, way up to the only one that can bring peace to our nation, one heart at a time. That's what we get to do. And that's my hope for tomorrow, because the gospel advanced during that New Testament era with rampant persecution through the Roman Empire at play. Well, let me tell you something. We're living in a season where that can happen again. Oh, the Lord can bring revival. That's the only thing that will bring peace to our country. Be listening, my friend, for the whispers of God as He uses you to remind people that He is our Prince of Peace and our wonderful Counselor.